Howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here. Just me and the critters. It is Friday, March 6th, 2020, Friday afternoon at 2:22 p.m. I just got done turning off the oven. I'm cooking some Brussels sprouts with green beans and mushrooms. Basically, I'm going through the produce. And, I wanted to use up stuff. If I haven't used up stuff, I will either cook it up and freeze it, or cook it up for us to eat right then, or else I will chop it up and freeze it. Like I had green onions that weren't going to keep much longer, so I cleaned them all and chopped them all up. Those would be great in like stir fried and that kind of stuff. I had a green pepper that was starting to go bad, so I did the same thing. I have some cauliflower I need to cook up, but I didn't cook it with the Brussels sprouts because Brad hates Brussels sprouts, so. And on that note, we canceled our Misfit Market box for now. I'm going to talk to Brad about that, though, because I already really miss it. And we didn't get our box yesterday because we chose to, cancel the subscription just because we're trying to save money. And because, we are going to be moving and everything. So we're trying to cut corners. But I already miss the variety. Oh, green beans. Did I tell you guys there were green beans in with the Brussels sprouts and the mushrooms? I probably did. But I already missed the variety. So I'll talk to him tonight and we'll decide. Brad has only gone to work Monday and today. He was off for 3 days. That's why you're not seeing much content. Between him being so fatigued because of the extreme pain, and then I've been battling, we think it's gouty arthritis in both of my feet right now. Let me see. Actually, the swelling is down somewhat in both. But, it's really hard to stay off your feet. I mean, what are you supposed to do? And I'm sorry, I know you guys are really seeing the ring. Ain't sweet. Sorry, guys. So, it's really hard to keep off your feet, especially when you're helping your spouse, because, the stability and the walking and stuff, and needing to bend over stuff. But we make do, and, it'll just be good when he can quit work. As soon as his mother's house is sold and he has the money in his hand, he said he's quitting work. And we'll just kind of try to survive on whatever we get, plus his pension, until a disability comes through or something. So it'll all work out. Let me do the weather today. Beautiful out, I know that. It is, that's not what I wanted. What is that? There you go. 69 degrees, feels like 69. The high day will be 70, the low will be 39. Mostly sunny. It was raining yesterday, off and on, and through the night. Let's see. No rain expected today. Humidity is down to 23% because we have a little bit of wind. Here is moderate and at 60 miles per hour. Now, being from Wyoming, and I saw where Casper, where they were expecting 70-mile-an-hour winds again. I was type in Wyoming's worst roads, and you will see some of the most. You will see why I didn't want to live in Wyoming any longer. Neither did my husband. Especially where we lived, we had to travel either interstate or highway to even get to our small town in Bar None. So, but the winters and stuff. My daughter's so over it too. Anyway, sunrise was at 6:57 a.m. I was still up. I hadn't slept yet. Sunset would be at 6:40 p.m. Remember, this Sunday is it daylight savings? Let me see real fast. I don't want to mislead you guys. I might do that. Daylight savings. So you lose an hour. So Remember that. Oh, I wasn't done with the weather. I always tell you guys what it's going to be like tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be mostly sunny, 64 degrees. The low will be 41. Oh, sorry. You guys that wear dentures, I have a partial, and it always pinches right back on this side lately. And that's what, ow, that hurt. Anyway, sorry. No rain expected. So pretty much like today, just a little cooler. Um, Still moving to Georgia, all of us. My daughter is researching a home. She's researching homes that would be large enough to accommodate. We didn't ask for it. Her father and I, at least for a while until, we had some money to, and we could have, move like a mobile home on the property. She's looking for a home with acreage. And, it seems to be like in Georgia, there's a lot of that. So, may not be in Savannah. It may be like in other areas of Georgia that we're finding to be a little bit better. So it'd be maybe about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from Savannah. So, she's found a gorgeous home that's just so beautiful and stuff. And oh, the woodwork in that home is just exceptional. And I mean, I could tell you, I swear that there's got to be a lot of paranormal activity in that home because it's just like, wow. It's just so beautiful. It's massive and it's on quite a bit of acreage. So, her and her friend, who I call my bonus daughter, I'll explain that in a minute, are going to see. They're going to talk to a realtor and see. I guess they have enough for a down right now. It's an exceptional price too, So I'm not going to give too many details because I don't want everybody to run over and be searching out, listings and stuff. That's kind of private, but it would be wonderful, you know. Talked with my daughter a little bit last night. Actually, her father called to talk to her because now my daughter has always been a daddy's girl. I mean, I love my daughter dearly, but her and her dad are just, and they're both very logical people. Where I'm more kind of, go by the seat of my pants and more artistic and goofy. And so the minute that I started dating my husband, she basically attached herself to him. She ran up, threw her arms up, wanted to be picked up. She was 2 years old, just turning 2. And then, for a number of years, we all didn't really have a relationship. Well, now it's come full circle. And hearing my daughter and my husband talking, and then, of course, her son, they all want to go do this stuff. And it started out that my husband was talking to our grandson and talking about, things he would like to do, like fishing and woodworking and metal detecting and rock collecting. Now, Brad has like a 3-barrel rock tumbler. We haven't been able to use it here because there's just no place that you would be able to set it in the room and let it go because you can hear it, So, they're talking about all that, and then my daughter pipes in, well, she wants to go do that too. And I'm like, I figure anybody wants to go do anything, and everybody's invited, and maybe the other people just want to take pictures and sketch and stuff like my granddaughter and I. And my bonus daughter, she's real crafty too. I don't know if she's artistic or not. And, I know she likes to cook and she likes to do crafts and stuff. So, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. I'm getting a bonus daughter and a bonus granddaughter out of this deal too. And so, yeah, cross your fingers for us because that would be a great thing. The reason I call my daughter's best friend, and her name is Charlie, which could be a problem though, because our dog's name is Shirley, so we might have to. Bonus daughters, because I was watching this program, and it was on YouTube, and this gal said that she never called her stepchildren. She always called them bonus children, because it's a lot more positive connotation than, oh, this is just my half brother, or this is my, stepchild or something. It's just my bonus child. Because what is a bonus? Usually a bonus is a wonderful surprise. So I told Brad, I said, I'm going to start doing that. So, yeah. My daughter's best friend is my bonus daughter. And I really love her a lot, and her daughter, who is now my bonus granddaughter. Because, yeah. So that's what's going on here. I've been going through a lot of changes lately. I think you guys have noticed I've been more and more quiet. Is because, okay, I'm just going to put this out here. You guys knew I was really close friends with Linda. I considered her my sister, my very best friend, everything. And got into a small disagreement. And then she just wouldn't communicate with me any longer. I must have cried and cried and cried. It really broke my heart, because I was used to talking to her every day. And you guys know I'm not really a talker on the phone. And I still to this day don't know why she just wouldn't even talk to me. I tried calling her. I tried, and then she had blocked me and stuff on Facebook and everything. And I just always wish her well. I enjoyed the time that she was in my life, and the time that she was my best friend, and we helped each other get through some really hard stuff. And like I said, I don't have any ill will. I always wonder how she is and hope she's doing well and stuff. But sometimes people are in your life for a short time, sometimes people in your life for a long time. Sometimes people fade in and fade out of your life. Just the way it is. But I became very kind of withdrawn after that relationship ended, because I was very hurt. And, I'm still not really ready to put my foot in, investing the time and energy into, something like that. And I don't really think the dynamics have really changed and stuff, because soon my husband will be home all the time. And then, now that we've repaired our relationship with both of our daughters, but it just happened, this daughter just we happened to be closer with, and she's moving and stuff. My other daughter has her own life and does her own thing, and seems very happy and stuff, so that's awesome. That's all you can ask for. But, so I've been very quiet, and there's been a lot of changes. Brad's physical health has gone downhill very quickly in the last year and a half, and especially in the last year. He loses more and more ability to do things. He's still, when he is well rested, his mind still is sharp as a tack, so that's a blessing. That's really a blessing. And, I'm going to need to be helping him. And I've been working more on trying to get healthier and stuff. And, I haven't weighed in, but I know I've lost some weight, because some of my clothes that I normally wear, are getting loose or too loose to wear. And so that's good, because I need to be able to be there for him. That's part of the reason that I think my daughter, because, she loves both of us, and she wants to be there to help. And she knows that it's going to come a time when I'm going to need some help with Brad. I'm going to need, like, if he were to fall, or, to help him do things. Or if I'm not there, somebody needs to kind of be there. I mean, he can be alone for now, but I mean, we're looking down the road, right? So, that's all really good, though. I mean, I spend a lot of time every day texting back and forth with my daughter because she's at work. And I really enjoy that so much. And yeah, like the other day, my husband called our grandson and was talking with him, and I go back and forth with my granddaughter because she's very artistic also. She's really, really into the anime drawing and stuff. Very good at that. She's the one that was going to go to Japan, but they just can't really swing it right now, you know. So that's what's been going on. I mean, and then also I keep thinking, well, I don't want this to sound bad, and I know some of you ladies may feel the same way, or if you're a stay-at-home husband, is maybe your spouse is getting ready to retire for the final time, or whatever, or change jobs, and you kind of feel like, gee, I'd like to retire, or I'd like to change jobs. And I told my husband that last night. I said, it just kind of dawned on me that it's that, because I feel so burned out and stuff, it's just, I would like to be able to retire too. Well, in fact, when Brad retired, we'll be splitting more of the housework. And, okay, this is kind of hard to admit, because I tell you guys I do a lot for my husband, and I do, but then there's certain things that I just don't really have the stamina for, and that we wait and do together because that's better. And some of that is like cleaning the entire house in a day and stuff. So I don't know where I'm gonna go. When he quits work and files for disability, because he just has to, in turn, I'll be caretaking him, and he'll be caretaking me. And so then, because I do feel very burned out. I don't have the hustle I used to have. I can't get up, and I used to be able to get up, and by 9 a.m., man, my house would be clean, 10 at the very latest. And that would be if I would tear apart my stove every week, completely apart, and clean it and stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure as we age, we go through different changes, and that's what I've been going through. I really would like to still expand and do knitwear even for sale. And I don't know, I know I won't sell a lot, but that's later on. We've kind of been throwing around ideas, us three gals, my daughter, my bonus daughter, and myself, like making candles. My daughter wants to get into making all natural candles and soap. And I said, well, I can teach you what I know about candle making. I've never made soap or lotion or any of that kind of stuff. And then we're talking about different crafts, artwork, that kind of stuff. How we can kind of compile everything to make money. If my daughter had her choice, she would be able to stay home and write. She's a fabulous writer. Don't know if she'll be able to do that right now. She actually is thinking maybe even about going back to college, in a few different fields. We said, we'll be there to help, because there's children involved and there's animals involved and everything. So, because we're all big animal lovers. So I said, I'll take care of the animals. I love taking care of the animals. And it's amazing because, Brad will tell you first thing in the morning before I even have, when I get up for the final time, before I even, right after I use the restroom, I'm taking care of the animals. So, that's what's going on. It's all good. And, I want to show you guys these hats. I don't know why I didn't grab them. These grabbers from Dollar Tree, I tell you what, these are fabulous, you guys. They are at the Dollar Tree. Our Dollar Tree has them with the home repair stuff. And so we'll go buy 4 or 5 because, Brad will step on them and break them accidentally and stuff, And but we have them about in every room. If you have back problems like Brad, this is a saver because, he can sit there and, I can say, well, can you go in and pick up our bedroom? And he can go in there with the grabber and take care of everything. Like I'm using this right now because my hats were over on a table So, and I want to show you guys a few things. I want to show you guys some of the hats I've been making. And the final one will be well, I'll tell you if it's a scrap hat or not. This is a scrap hat, of course. And I bought some of these sew-on rhinestones. And I know, you guys, I know that it's like, these are just donation and stuff. But I want to just make them as pretty. Somebody's going to have a newborn baby. And maybe they can't. I know when I had my kids, I couldn't afford anything. And, so, but they just want something pretty. So, this is, I'm sorry, I forgot my ring light. But yeah, so I did a flower and then I did a rhinestone right on top. This is a newborn hat. And it's just a scrap hat. But it's just a pretty little thing. This is another newborn hat. And this is a flat brim that I told you guys about. And I put a little, penguin on it. So, there's that one. This is not a scrap hat. And I put a butterfly on it. And I think it is a medium adult. Yeah. And that's a pattern I did. And it's easy to do. Very easy to do. This one is not a scrap hat either. I think I showed you guys this the other day, but I'm going to show it again. It got the butterfly, and then, because I was telling you guys about the baby yarn, I like to use it. I like the color stuff. This is a nice spring hat. And it's got a palm. And then this one, my friend Shoshona the other day blessed me with this wonderful box of yarn, scrap yarn, and balls of yarn, and big things of yarn. But I sat there and tied together, I know I already told you guys this, that night, 3 balls, big balls. I know. What are we, 12? But, the small one would be like this, of assorted yarn, and then I work it into a pattern. I happened to be texting back and forth with her late one night. She was still up, obviously. I was still up. I really enjoyed that, by the way. You can do that any old time you want. Don't worry about waking me up because I always put my phone on airplane mode when I go to sleep. But anyway, then I made these balls of yarn. I don't have my yarn bag out here to show you. This is one of the patterns I worked up. This is all scrap yarn from her. And even the offset, the yellow, I don't know if it looks like yellow on your screen. No, it looks like white. But the offset, that is all that she gifted me also. But this is all done into this pattern. And then I put a button on it. This is what size? This is a toddler still. Toddler, like 5, 6-year-old. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys. So that, really enjoying that. That's so much fun. I don't know why I get such a big kick out of that. I just love that. And like I said, she sent me like small pieces that, well, once they were unwound, they were longer. Maybe that. There were a couple like that. That can be worked into being tied together and then worked into a pattern. So, and that's fun for me. That's fun for me. I'll sit here and think about different patterns and stuff. Am I ever going to do anything besides hats? Yes. Brad's still working. We're just a little behind, but he is working this weekend on finding a home for the hats in West Virginia. We think we found one. We donated when we were in Delaware, to this place, the Sojourners Rescue, and it must be all in the upper East Coast, because they have one in West Virginia. So we're thinking about doing that if we don't find something else. But that will go out. It won't go out tomorrow, but it will go out the following Saturday. Haven't picked a new state. I'll announce that tomorrow. A new state. Brad tonight's picking up a small grocery order. He was like, "Are we picking up groceries?" And I'm like, "Well, no, we just did last week." And he's like, "Well, yeah, but we need milk and orange juice and bread." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let me think about it. Because you only have to have $30 to do a Walmart order. Otherwise, he was going to stop tonight and grab the stuff." And I don't like him to have to do that because he's so tired and sore. So for him to have to walk through a store, I mean, he will and he does, but. So anyway, I put together small orders. He'll pick that up on his way home. We're having leftovers. We made taco casserole last night, which was excellent. It was excellent, easy to do. So we'll just have that again tonight. Stomach's a little upset today. It might be because I haven't eaten anything. Yeah, it's almost 3, so yeah, no wonder. But I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to have for protein source yet with my vegetables. I think I'm probably going to just heat up, I don't know, probably a couple chicken strips or something to go with my vegetables. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great week. You know, life goes on, right? You finally get used to one thing, and then, I did order Brad a new cane, and he's not real thrilled with me right now. But it's one of those Hugo ones, and it's got the 8-inch wider base with the 4 legs that come out. It really helps with stability and stuff, because the way he uses the cane and stuff, and he's trying to use it for stability. Well, a regular cane doesn't have that much of a base, and I'm not real thrilled about it. I think he'll like it once he gets used to it. I did get him a new pair of shoes too, because the pair of shoes I got him not too long ago, he was rolling his ankle on his right side so hard, and I mean, it had like a sole on it like this, and so I mean, it was just wow, it was bad, and I bought him a pair of quote boat shoes. They were only $12.99. He really likes them, but he's got to have some help getting them on. And I was just so out of it this morning because I had not been to sleep, and it was like 7 a.m. already. So, excuse me. I did get a little bit of sleep. So, anyway, that's what's going on. Anyway, and our glasses are supposed to come in today, by the way. So I'm excited about that. It costs us like $250 together. I mean, Brad's cost more because his eyes are more severe. To order through Zenny, and they're supposed to be in today. I think they're coming FedEx. FedEx will come till later in the afternoon here. That'll be good. We're trying to take care of some things that have to be taken care of before we move, and like finances are really tight. I'm also thinking about auctioning off some of my artwork so we have more moving money. So I'll let you know if I decide to do that or not. We did buy 2 computers. They're smaller computers. Got a faster processing time. They're refurbished through Amazon, and they were $71 each. So that's really good, because Brad's computer, his laptop, is on its last leg. It actually was my laptop prior, and every time you turn it on, it puts itself into safety mode. We don't know why. And this one that I have is starting to act up. My daughter's boyfriend is a computer expert, so hopefully he can work on those and stuff. But yeah, they're smaller. They're about this big, but they got some weight to them, man. But Brad said, it's kind of a cross between a tablet and a laptop, but it's got a really good picture. Like if you're just wanting to watch Netflix. So we don't really use our TVs. Well, I do the one out here, but not usually the one in the bedroom. But we don't for Netflix and Facebook, YouTube, that kind of stuff. So it was a really great price, and we know that that's going to be on a last leg. Oh, and a couple other things. Brad dropped his phone in the dog's water last night. See, because we have only one more payment to make on these phones. We've been paying on them for 2 years, and then they're ours. I'm like, no. And see, the problem is not too far after these type of phones. I don't know what it's the Google Pixel 2 XL. It's the phones we have. And, we hadn't had it very long, and he cracked the screen hard right up here. I mean, it's like somebody took like a blunt object. He didn't even know how it happened, and it just kind of shattered. Well, I had Googled, or I had YouTubed how to fix a phone screen, and it's really pretty easy with just fingernail polish, clear fingernail polish, and a credit card, and it goes through steps of how you draw this, non-functioning credit card, obviously, across it, and it fills in a crack, and then it has you wait so long, and then you do another one, and then it has a whole thing. And then I put a glass protector thing on top of it, and it's been fine, but we dropped it in the water, and yeah, they're supposed to be waterproof, and then he was having some trouble with it last night. For a while, it didn't want to stay on. Of course, I said, put your phone in rice, but it does not listen. Half the time, you know how it is, ladies. And I even then suggested he was in the bedroom and he was having trouble with it, not wanting to stay on and stuff. And I'm like, well, my blow dryer is right here. You could use it. And I said it has the cool setting with a cool air setting, to kind of dry it out. And I said, first you need to it's just a solid black one, a phone case. And I said, you need to take that off because you might have water trapped in between. He had some, a little bit, but still. And, he was having trouble with it again today. And then I think he got it figured out. I don't know. You know how that is. Okay, well, I'm going to get off here because I'm really hungry. I finally finished. I'm so chatty. I'm sorry, okay? I got to tell you guys a couple more things. I got to tell you guys another thing. Okay. Let me pull this. This is I think it's Taffy Town. We love Taffy, okay? But Taffy Town, we really like their stuff. I've ordered from some other places that I really like their stuff too. But Taffy Town have sugar-free on Amazon. It's a little more expensive, but it's good, guys. It's very good. And you also know you don't eat too many pieces of it because it would give you the diarrhea, the sweetener in it. If you eat an exorbitant amount, it will give you the runs for most people. So I'll have like 3 pieces a day, and I love this stuff. I mean, I'm very pleased. I'm very knocked out. Especially Shoshona, I know that you do the sugar-free too. I am really knocked out by the flavor of it. So you go on Amazon. If you want later on, you can message me and I'll give you the link. And maybe you're not into sugar-free taffy. But anyway, I'm very, very, very thrilled with this because I've been working very hard, a lot harder on my carbs and my blood sugar and all of that. Because, like I said, I can't be circling the drain or anything like that because I need to be able to help my husband. And I need to be able to help my daughter, too, because, we're all kind of making a commitment on certain people are going to be doing certain things and stuff, and we're all kind of like a tribe, and, so, yeah, that's what we're doing. I was going to tell you that. Oh, I can tell you, too, about the laundry thing, okay? It doesn't take too much. You guys know I love the smell of anything. by the way, Shoshona, that tart burner you sent us, that Scentsy one, oh, guys, I have to say this right now because I've been kind of wondering about, you know, Scentsy and stuff, and I had bought some tarts before from another person, and the scent just wasn't that, scent throw wasn't that great. Well, my friend said, well, it's because, you know, the Scentsy tarts are really designed for Scentsy warmers, and you know, those two combined make a big difference. I thought, okay, well, you know, being frugal and everything. And then she sent us some tarts that we still have. And then she sent us this tart warmer. And it's a plain white one, and it's got the holes all around it. The little holes. So, and then it's got the dish, of course, up front. You know, up on top. It's electric, of course. So when you turn that on, first of all, it's a beautiful effect. Just beautiful. You know, just these rays of light. I have it in the bathroom. So it's just beautiful in there. You know, because most time you have the light off on a bathroom, right? Unless you're in there because you want to save your money on your electric bill. So, it's beautiful. I love it. And it smells so good with the Scentsy tart. So you know, I love it. I love it. I really do. You know, she has sent me a couple other ones that are so cute. It's Home is Where the Dog Is, and it's the ones that plug into your electric socket. You know, the smaller one. It's got a nice on-off switch, and then the other one is Home is Where the Cat Is, and I love those too. But that white one, I thought, you know, first of all when I saw it, I thought how elegant does it look? And if you go on Facebook and I know my name is below in all of my description thing, which is quite long, and sorry about that, but sorry not sorry. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see the video I did, showing all the yarn and then showing the tart warmer and stuff, or the wax melt, or whatever you want to call it. And it's just beautiful. Love it to death. What else did I say? Oh, the laundry thing. Back to the smells. I'm very in tune to smell. You guys know my story about being a bedwetter, that it turned out to be a medical reason, a medical and a psychological reason also. But mainly it turned out that medically I needed to have surgery. Finally had that done. But anyway, you guys know my story about how my mother was and stuff. You know, not very nice at all. But anyway, so I'm very, very always worried that I might smell, you know, or my house might smell or anything. So I'm very in tune to smells. That's why I love the wax melter. But I've been wondering about the Unstoppables by Downy. They're the little scent balls that you put in your wash at the beginning of your wash. And we got a couple free samples from Walmart from picking up our groceries that they gave away, and I loved them. But then I looked at the price, and I'm like, holy crap. I can't be paying $11 for a container, and this is a bigger container, of the Unstoppables. I'm sorry. Well, I looked on, you know, I'm always searching. I always search. I usually have 3 windows up whenever I'm looking for anything to buy. I have Walmart, I have eBay, and I have Amazon. The price compare. I found on Amazon, and it was like their Island series or whatever, that they make the little not flavor, oh Lord, scent balls, but they're kind of like little discs. You know, they just change the shape a little bit. They had 4 containers for $14. So you figure that out, and then you don't always need to put in the amount that they say, you know. So I cut that back. I measured it out. When they gave me the sample of like Oh, then I got a sample of the Gain. This is by Gain, the scent disc that I bought. Um, I gotten a free sample in my order I got from Boxed. I ordered some like Nutri-Grain bars and stuff like that. That's what the other day when Brad said the Boxed is here, and I was just looked at him kind of confused. I'd only ever ordered from them once before, but I'll watch, and if they have a good deal on stuff, I'll order it. It's a good deal. It's just box.com. Anyway, I got a free sample, and so I measured it out because my washing machine is like less than half the capacity of a normal washing machine. Well, it, it was 4 teaspoons, was half a packet. So I just cut it back to 3 teaspoons. Every little bit helped. I used to do, when my kids were at home and stuff, you don't really need a full fabric softener sheet. Now, this is before you had the Dollar Trees and stuff. So I used to take and cut the fabric sheets in half. I would cut the whole box, I'd take all the fabric softener sheets out, cut them all, put them back in, it saves money. I used to also rinse out my plastic bags and hang them and let them dry because, it's basically, unless it's had meat in it, um, you know, sometimes you only use those just briefly. Why waste so much? It's all going in our landfills. So, and I hate that. But anyway, those scent crystals or scent balls, oh, they are so nice, y'all. I've been doing laundry now for a long time, well, over 2 years with this um, portable washer. It's got a spinner on one side. My friend Carol gifted that with me. We love it. I'm not complaining. Yeah, I miss having a full-size washer and dryer, certainly. But it's been saved us so much money and everything. And I could use it in that. And it's very nice. It's very nice. I mean, you know, very happy with that. Brad even noticed. He's like, he was helping me hang up some clothes to dry, and he's like, these really smell good. These just come out of the laundry? And I said, well, yeah, they're wet. And he said, well, yeah, but they really, really smell good. And I said, that's the new stuff. So, I know. Doesn't take much to make me happy. Scrap yarn and a beautiful Scentsy wax melter from my dear friend, and scented um, laundry booster stuff. Anyway, I gotta get off here. I'm bored you guys to death. I'm sorry. I missed ya. I missed ya. And then it would get so busy, and late afternoon is not my time of the day, okay? Like from 5 o'clock on, I really start losing some steam. And so then I'm like, I gotta make a video, and then, Mr. Heide can be very distracting. He can be. He can be, but he is so excited about this move, you guys. This is all good. Gave him some pep in his step again. He has gone through a depression, especially the last year, and this has really got, because he almost was weepy last night because he didn't think he'd ever have a close relationship with his daughter again. And like I said, that's always been his baby girl, and that's that she's a daddy's girl. I mean, she loves me, but her and her dad are two peas in a pod, man. And I'll tell you one quick story. My daughter, my youngest daughter here, got pregnant her senior year of high school, and she ended up having our firstborn grandchild, our granddaughter, like the middle of August after she graduated. She got pregnant her senior year of high school. It was a really rough time, but I can remember. Okay, my daughter and my husband liked to play. I think it was Baldur's Gate. I'm not sure. Old school. This was my granddaughter's almost 16. But my daughter's sitting there. I had gone to lay down and take a nap. So I come out. My daughter is sitting there on the floor having contractions, getting irritated about these contractions because her and her dad are playing this game. And I come out and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Well, we're playing this game. I'm like, Kim, are you having contractions? Yeah. Do you think maybe we should go to the hospital? No. Well, I don't know. They both were telling me to get through this one section. I'm like, we're going, okay? I was timing them, and I don't remember how far apart. I'm like, we're going. Thank goodness, because she wasn't there that long before she had a grandchild. But we first took her up there to the hospital, and they said she wasn't far enough dilated. Now, we didn't live in Casper, we lived in Bar None, so we didn't want to drive all the way home, and I mean, because by the time you drive all the way home, and you drive all the way back, you're looking at a good 45 minutes. We were a little worried, a little scared here. I didn't want to be delivering no baby by myself or even with the husband. Well, the husband wasn't going to be down there, by his daughter's good girl. Because that's what we call our hoot nanny. So we decided we weren't going to drive home. There was a nice park right across from the hospital. So we decided we're going to have her go walk around in this park. I still remember that my husband was out there walking with her, and she's having these contractions. And so there were a lot of trees, he'd go from tree to tree and have her follow, and she's having these contractions, so she's like stopping on these trees, leaning on these trees, and and then so we took her back in. Oh yeah, she, dilated enough to get admitted to the labor ward. And so I was down there, holding her hand and stuff, and my husband was up by her head. And whenever they'd come in to examine her stuff, he'd go stand in the corner, like he'd been put in the corner being punished. And the doctor and nurse got kicked out of that. And he's like, nope, don't want me seeing any of that, so, I remember helping her with her labor process, and then I got to cut the cord, which was really fantastic. I was so nervous. My hand was shaking so hard. The doctor said, please don't cut me. Because he had to, so, and then my husband was the first one to get to hold our granddaughter. And then our granddaughter peed all over the nurse. She still gets a crack out of that. But yeah, he was the first one that got to hold her and stuff. So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I have 3 grandchildren. And I've gotten to be there at 2 of their births. So, really love that. I was there at my oldest daughter when she gave birth to my grandson. I was there for that too. Had to fight with the doctor because they wanted to use the vacuum, and we didn't want them to, and they wanted to use forceps, and I had to I'm arguing with the doctor, which I didn't realize was the head of the whole thing. And, my daughter, then they said they were going to go ahead and get the vacuum, and my daughter decided in that course that she was not, and she pushed the baby out. Bam! I'm like, whoa, go you, man. Yeah. Anyway, I've bored you guys to death. I missed you. I now you guys understand a little bit more of what I'm going through. And I'm hang in there with me, Kay, because I mean there's changes and like there is with life, but I'm working on it. I'm working on I want you guys along. You guys have been through, I don't know, I think I've been on YouTube now 7 years or something. I know you're like, wow, you don't even have 1,000. Well, I'm not doing it for just the numbers. I mean, I'd love to hit 1,000, but I'm doing it because I enjoy you guys. And, I enjoy you guys. I don't look at it as a business or anything, and there's nothing wrong with people that do. But this is just, I can't imagine not doing it because basically all of my wonderful friends I've met through here and Facebook, mainly here though. And so, and you guys know what you see is what you get with me. Like last time, my last video was so fuzzy, you guys probably thought, wow. And then this one is better because I've learned how to prop up this little ring I got. I'll show you guys here in a minute my little ring I keep talking about. Yeah, I'm really hungry. I need to go eat something. I might cook up a few eggs. I think maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just scramble up some eggs to eat with the vegetables. I think that'll be good. So anyway, let me show you guys this ring light and then I'm going to sign off. So, this is my little ring light. Sorry about that. But, yeah, and it just comes on this stand. I'm going to shut it off here in a minute. So, you know, it's got the thing for here and stuff. I'm going to shut it off. But, yeah, this is what it looks like. It's on this little stand. And then you plug it in a USB, and here's the thing. And, I got it on Amazon. It was not very much at all, guys. It was like under $15, and I also have another a stand that you can put your phone on or a tablet if you were going to film that way. I'm filming from my laptop. So, but yeah, it's very economical and works really well. The only thing is I think I should have probably gotten something to a little bit higher of a tripod or something, which I probably have extra tripods around. I could work with that on, but this is just quick and easy, and there, my light, my normal light. So yeah, that's what's going on. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys Monday. And remember, I love you, and I do cherish your friendship, each and every one of you guys, so much. And I think you're awesome. And I will talk to you tomorrow or Monday. Bye. If I can get my mouth to work. There. Mouth woke up. Goodbye. Love you.